How I love to vibe when I'm vibing with you. How I love to vibe when the vibing is true. How I love to vibe when I'm vibing with you. We're vibing, we're vibing, we're vibing, we're vibing. It's Mike and Cass vibing out. Hey.
Hello, beautiful spirit.
Hey, beautiful spirit. How are you?
I'm doing good today. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to just be inspired, have downloads from the universe to help us, to help you guys. How are you feeling today?
I'm terrible. I'm fucking terrible. I'm good. I'm silly.
Let's take a moment for Mike real quick.
No. I'm good. Life is always good, and the more I recognize it, the more good it is. You know, imagine that.
Whoa.
Hope you guys are doing so well, and as always, we like to be fully present. You know, for you, for whatever to come through, and you know that the intention is always love and to just be there, be a presence for you of love. And anything that comes through us is with that intention. So as always, our new practice is to take a few deep breaths together, something we used to do off camera. More and more everything is on camera. So if you please join us, whether you're in your car, whether you're watching this, and know that we're connected. So start by taking a slow deep breath in through your nose, into your diaphragm, and out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, and hold the breath. And just hold the space of starting new, being receptive, being surrounded by love, peace, protection, forgiveness, and all that is well. All is well. Start now. Release. Allow yourself to start again from this moment. You know, we know this moment has never been before, will never be again. So give yourself the gift just for this time to just try to practice a moment by moment existence. Stopping to notice your breath. Stopping to open up your heart space a little bit more, your mind, you know, and letting go of some of the things maybe that don't serve you. I know certain things, this is just coming through me. So I know some of you listening right now, there's some things you need to let go. Certain things that have run their course. You know, we all get to the point of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. So whatever those things are for you, I just want to give you the gift of just recognizing that you can start again right now. You can start fresh right now as much as you have courage to. This is a brand new beginning. This is not just a thought. This moment has never been before. So allow it to be brand new. And we're holding space for you for that. With the idea of having a moment-by-moment existence, you know, one of the things that we want to talk about today is not missing out on life. Mm-hmm. You know, not missing out on moments, not missing out on opportunities, not missing out on the beauty of the people that are around you, that serve you, the good, not missing out on miracles, not missing out, you know, and how do we do that? And, you know, what are your practices for doing that? I want all your little life hacks for doing that. And, you know, moving forward, maybe we can set a pact before the end of this to all, you know, start living our best life for real. Yeah. And start practicing that moment by moment existence so we can take it in and give ourselves the gift of receiving all life has to give us. Mm-hmm. You know, so, Cass, I want to ask you, two things. What are your favorite things to do to get yourself centered in? Mm-hmm. What are moments that you've had where you knew you were fully present? And what are moments where you know, like, you weren't there?
So the breath, what we just did, a little breathing practice, you can make it as complicated or simple as you want. A lot of movement practices, so yoga is great for this. I've been doing Qigong lately, which is amazing for becoming present, getting in your body, because it's a lot of movement that I'm not used to, And so I have to be there fully. I can't just go through the motions because I don't know the motions yet, you know? And
I know
same with
you were doing
yoga.
Qigong.
Yeah, just occasionally.
What, are you doing Qigong at home? Or are you
Yeah.
doing it in the park? Are you doing
No,
it
just at home.
You doing it
It's
in the
on.
park? Are you doing it in the dark? Are you doing Qigong? Where
I'm
you
doing
doing
Qigong everywhere, every time. Yeah.
I want to do Qigong.
Let's do it. It's really
Yeah.
fun. You feel the energetic changes in you. It's really cool. But so movement practices and then gratitude, which I know we're going to be talking a lot about in this episode. Just feeling grateful, because if you think about it, at every moment we can only have one thought, right? And yes, that can change the next moment, and we feel like we have 10,000 thoughts in 1 second, but we can only have at any singular moment one thought. So if you're having a thought of gratitude, you can't have a thought of fear, insecurity, lack, anything else. And that's hard to do, consistently. But when you practice it, literally 3 minutes a day, even less, 1 minute of just intentional gratitude. And what are you really, really thankful for? One thing that's helped me, because of just the way our minds sometimes work, and maybe if we're rooted in a little negativity at first or something, is asking myself, what would I miss if it wasn't here right now, or if I didn't have this? And the one thing that always brings me back to just life and what's important and how much I really do have is my own health, my body. I do so much with my body. We all do, even with different ailments or disease or anything. If anyone's struggling with that, we still use our body in so many ways. And I can't imagine what my life, how different it would be. Not saying it would be bad, but how different it would be if I couldn't get up right now and walk to the bathroom or walk to go get water or something. How different that would be. And that's something I took for granted for a long time. And then I might need to think about your questions. When have I been present?
If you don't mind me chiming in for a second,
Yeah.
you went ahead and just knocked it out the park. I think the absolute best thing any of us can do is to develop that attitude of gratitude. And like you said, most of us, to different degrees, our defaults are based in negativity. Even if you're a positive person, your defaults can be based in negativity based on human condition. That's just the race experience. That's how most of us, we think about worst possible scenarios instead of the best possible scenarios. We use our imaginations for negative instead of positive. So developing that true attitude of gratitude automatically makes you more present in the moment. And if you feel grateful, you feel good. And you feel good, it makes you look for more things to feel good about. And the universe gives you more things to feel good about. And you automatically are more aware. And you're actually receptive to life. So I think you just basically killed the game. Because if you get just
That's what I do.
if you just get that one thing, if you get good at that one thing, your life will be so much better and so much more fulfilling than it already is. Like that's a guarantee.
It's crazy how I believe in the power of the mind and everything, but I didn't think it would change my life so quickly, so drastically. Just try it out. Seriously. Like 100%. Gratitude. Oh my God. And now I'm like addicted to it, which is an amazing addiction to have. But like all the time I'm like, oh, how can I be more grateful? Because I wanna feel even better than I'm feeling right now, which is already great. And it's just amazing. And
utilizing loss is a great tool to have and not feel guilty about it, because we've all had, if anybody's been injured in any way, if you've broken a finger, a hand, or arm, twisted an ankle, anything, when you lose, say, use of your fingers or your hand or your arm, when you get back use and you heal, you're so grateful for that, your fingers and your hands and your arm, for that period of time. Like, oh my God. Or if you break your leg, I can run again, to be able to walk.
Or you're just sick and you can't taste or something.
Yeah,
oh my
and you
God.
get your taste buds back. But it's like a lot of times we do have to lose things before we're really grateful for them, in terms of our own life, our own health, and then, even people. So let's go there without that, and that's such a great tool to actually picture, losing use of your arms or your legs, or, from losing your sight or your ability to hear. Go there for just a minute. And then close your eyes and picture not being able to see. Just go there for just 1 minute. And picture like even if it was a day, oh my God, a day without sight, and if you didn't know if you're going to get your sight back. And get into that feeling and use your imagination for that, and then open up your eyes and see how you feel, how grateful you are for your sight. See, all these are little, huge things. Like, we all have so much to be grateful for if we actually take a little bit of time and be intentional, like true intention about wanting to be grateful for what we have, and which brings us to the next point of, if you want to go into another practice, that's good, but like it makes me think about people, and first, like obviously not taking ourselves and our own lives for granted, but then just, we can touch on this more later, but really think about the people that make your life better. And a lot of times, by default, we take those people for granted, because we have a lot of times, habits where people who don't add to our lives, we spend a lot of energy on those people trying to make it right and good. And if it's okay, then we're grateful for that. Where the people who really love us unconditionally don't need anything from us, we take it for granted because they're just there, because they're not taking any energy. When those are the people that we should be investing so much love and filling up their emotional bank account and making sure that they know that they're loved and they're appreciated all the time.
Wow. Yeah.
And so who are those people in your life that make your life better, whether it's your friends, your family, your friends that have become family, teachers, mentors? Who are those people that brought goodness in your life, who care about you or have been a beneficial presence? Take time to let them know how you feel. Send them love, give them love, make that phone call, write that letter, send that text, and do it. Hell, you can do it right now, or at least make a note to do it.
Even just, hey, I appreciate you. It can be so simple. And how many times a day do you get a text like that, or you get a call like that? Probably close to never.
Case in point, yeah.
And how amazing would that feel, just to know that somebody cares about you and they appreciate you, they love you. And imagine what that can do to someone's entire life, that small little act of kindness, of generosity, just to give them your love. And wow, I'm so glad you pointed out the fact that we sometimes, a lot of the time, give most of our energy to the people that drain us rather than the people that are good for us in our life, because that's just really important to remember. And that just like sparked a little light bulb moment for me.
And it's like it's not about, tooting somebody's horn. It's like we all need acknowledgement at some point. Like that's part of like the human experience. It's not about like somebody, giving you compliments or stuff like that. But it's like not, you missing the full cycle. If people make your life better, you really missing the mark if you don't make sure that they know that, because we assume that they do, but that's lazy. Because a lot of times we don't. A lot of times you don't know the people that really love and care about you deeply, that like have this like that adore you, because they just either making an assumption that you do, or they are well-meaning people are taking you for granted because they're asleep, because they haven't done enough to fill up their gratitude tank, so they're just going through the motions in life, and they just assume that you'll be there. And we all are guilty of that. We all are guilty of that. And like, we all can get better. There's not any level of like, even if you're good about that, and don't think it's lost, don't think it's lost. Don't assume that they know. And we all need that. And you said it like, you might be saving somebody's life. You just saying simply, I appreciate you, might be the thing, like them having a rough day, and feeling like their emotional bank account is empty. They don't have anything left to give, and then they get that text from you saying, I appreciate you, I really do. And all of a sudden they're overflowed and feeling.
Yeah.
Just like that. From you taking 2 seconds to do what the simplest thing is and coming from the actual right space. It's powerful.
Because we all just want to be loved, appreciated, listened to. We all just want to feel seen in this world and feel like we're here for a reason. We're not taking up space, that we shouldn't be. Nobody is. Please never think that. And so, to just give somebody that gift of love, of expression of that can be so powerful. And it takes, 2 seconds? You can make it take a minute or two, and that would be even deeper. But how much time and energy is lost from you? Basically none. And it's just going to pay dividends in the end.
And if you really about that life, I challenge you, for people maybe who you don't got to bring them into your life, but that maybe are hard to deal with. But say you learn something from somebody, and you got the gift from them, but you don't like them. Thank them and see what that does for you, and how you see yourself rising above the fray and becoming who you really are, and really becoming more of an unconditionally loving being. And how it's not a competition, but how you've risen above the fray to love anyway, and even, thinking about the gift of maybe even painful situations and even relationships, and becoming grateful for that, becoming grateful for the pain and the things that you learned from those places. And it's like you take your power back, and then gratitude is a healing process as well, and now when we're bombarded with so much negativity, so much divisiveness, so much separation, literally isolated, being covered up with masks where we can't see each other's faces and expression, such lack of humanity and connection at this time in front, how much more important it is to extend and do more effort in extending that love and gratitude and that energy towards other people. We all need it.
It goes a long way.
My God. We all need it. And this is not being dramatic. There might be somebody who's been literally isolated and is pretty much stuck in their house, and because everything going on, literally scared to leave it, and that have lost relationships, and by default of being low and being depressed, not having the energy to barely do anything, barely get out of bed, to barely eat. How much far would it go along for you to let them know, hey, I love you. I appreciate you. I miss your friendship. Hey, you remember that time that we had all this fun together? That was one of the best times of my life. Thank you for being you.
That just gave me chills. Oh. Yeah, it can truly make a difference. And I was talking to someone about that earlier today. Just how the small things we do, the thoughts we have, the ways we express things to other people, the conversations, you are making a difference by doing that. Every single thing you do makes a difference in your life and in the lives around you, and people that you would never even meet across the world, because everyone is just a domino effect. If you make someone else feel better one day from something you say, and that's the catalyst for them feeling grateful within themselves, then maybe they'll help someone else, which will help someone else. And it's this domino effect that we'll never know about, but to be aware of and know that everything you do really does make a difference in the people around you and your community.
And let me say this, if you are one of those people, if you're feeling alone and or isolated right now, no matter how hard it is, I want you to do two things. Think about somebody who, in any point in your life, has given you love or received love, or that cares about you. And even if just find the energy to send them a text and say thank you. And then I want you to go back and look at yourself, and I want you to find at least a few things to thank yourself for. Thank yourself for the ways that you showed up. If there's one moment that you were kind to somebody, thank yourself for how the ways that you showed up and decided to be kind. Thank yourself for, if you have a good sense of humor, if you make people laugh. Thank yourself if you're ever sensitive, if you're that person that, tends to know what people need without them saying it because you're so energy sensitive. Thank yourself for the qualities that you have that are beautiful. Say thank you to yourself. And even if it doesn't feel right, say I love you. Say I love you. Say I love you to yourself. say I love you, and I guarantee you, if you just do it for a minute and just open up your mind and heart right now and breathe into it, it'll pay heavy dividends. And if tears come and start flowing out your eyes, just know it's natural. There's things that need to be healed, but you're worthy. You're worthy. Your life is worthy, and I feel there's somebody who needs to hear this right now, and we're all connected. And what I'm saying, I need to hear, and Cassidy needs to hear, and we all need to hear it. And if you're doing a great job, it's not about beating yourself up, but there's always a next level of love. There's always a next level of gratitude. It's endless and it's beautiful, and I almost just want to, I have to, if it's okay with you,
Yeah.
there's something just full circle about that. We just need to sit on that, and wherever you are, just breathe it in. And we'll circle back to this conversation with more tools and things to have a moment by moment existence. But this gift of gratitude for your life and extending that gift to others is so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So that's enough. And really let this resonate in your heart. And I'm holding space, such a strong space for you right now, in love.
Mm-hmm.
We love you. Your life matters. Till next time, it's Mike, it's Cass, vibing out. We love you.